Alright, so we're going on screen right now. So first map is going to be Dragonshire. Welcome everybody to twitch.tv/LTaquito, where we jump straight into the map view. I am Taco, and with me is Sil Coffee. First pick goes to Team 1, which means ReGen Ghost has picked this map. Where's my buttons? There's my buttons. Oh, I didn't run the thing either.
Oh, it did not let me in the lobby.
Yeah, let's try this again. There we go. Yeah, so Dragonshire, ReGen Divine versus ReGen Ghost, a little bit of a ReGen Civil War here in NexoMania. Coffee, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you, Taco. I think I have to restart my game. It is not letting me in.
Well, in that case, if you got the thing moved over to the folder, then restarting the game is two birds, one stone.
Let's see.
And that'll let me set up this next Stream Raider battle.
Here's funny. Let me see. Look at this interface. Okay. I have moved it. Restart this. Oh, it's doing the updating thing. Such a lovely bug.
Right. Oh no, I forgot to. I keep forgetting that while I'm streaming, I can't change which Discord window I'm on, and I need to do that stuff on my phone. I was just talking to my wife on stream, so that's fun. Our check engine light came on, so who knows what's about to happen.
Oh no.
Anyway, while we're waiting for Sil Coffee to get into the stream, let me give everybody a proper welcome to NexoMania.
Gotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
Back down,
here.
yo, on the Grey Man, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there, a triple.
The line used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit, while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bloodlust on the backside. The Visual gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting struck down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Grey Man.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
And here we are back on the big screen, depending on the size of your monitor, and if you cast your TV or anything like that. Sil Coffee and I am Taco, twitch.tv/LTaquito, where you are right now, at the Little Taco on Twitter, and now Getter. If it's good enough for Joe Rogan, it's good enough for me. And with me is the infamously famous, that's still a good thing, right?
I'm not so sure about that, but
Well, famously infamous would for sure be a bad thing. Is this the whole one negative? It doesn't matter where it is. Anyway, it's Sil Coffee. At Coffee with Sil everywhere that she's made an account, which isn't everywhere that you can make an account. So your guess is as good as mine. She has joined the lobby, and we are going to Dragonshire. There are no map bans because it's it's NexoMania. And I think we are good to go. Coffee?
I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
All right. You know, I actually have a transition. You know, I'm going to put in my ReGen transition here. Because we're doing a ReGen matchup. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. Hi, baby. Yeah, Silly, come here.
The Russian band. I don't blame them.
Yeah, they've got first pick, so I imagine they're gonna try to keep Stuka or not. I imagine they're gonna try to keep Joe and Rhaegar available and let Ghost ban both of those. That does appear to be what's happening. Somehow my bucket of treats made it behind my green screen.
Well, my kid made an appearance, so there's that.
Oh, I missed it!
I saw her peek her head up. There's the Joe ban.
And that's Leah, Athena.
That's right.
One of those. Those are the two names you're usually yelling during practice. So.
I
All
played
right.
the Athena tournament on the Heroes Lounge stuff just because of the name.
Yeah.
I had to. I was obligated. My daughter's named Athena, so I had to play the Athena tournament.
There you go. So the Joe and Rhaegar bans both coming out as I would say expected, anticipated. From Ghost, Stukov and Dahaka, probably two of the most the number 3 and 4 bans right now in the meta. Maybe Junkrat, depending on what map you're on and who you're playing into. But I'd say those are the standard bans right now. Brightwing does get through on a big map presence map, but Anubrak Sylvanas going for some really heavy split, or not necessarily split pushing, but good siege pressure. But I like the Hanzo Hager answer.
Yes, baby, still a little sucky. We did not want to let them have another glow ball.
I mean, you only need
yeah.
so many, right? Which is 5.
I mean, eventually Hanzo could have a global, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets it at 20.
No fast rotations for them. Don't blame them with that Lucio van.
Oh, you know what? We must be behind just enough. I don't know. Pat's calling a Hogger that we already see, but I think he's thinking Brightwing and Hogger are gonna switch. A Chromium and Anduin.
Ooh.
I
feel like I
like-
haven't seen Chromie in a while, so this should be exciting.
I like the Anduin here to, in case Anubrak and Sylvanas use their mobility a little bit too aggressively or get stuck, because they can play a bit more forward. I think Light Bomb onto a burrowing Anubrak could be really good too.
Yeah, lots of engage options here.
Oh, excuse me. Greymane Diablo. So a really aggressive setup with the Hogger, Diablo, Greymane, and Brightwing to kind of jump in to rescue them as they go in, and Hanzo can play pretty safely with that front line there. And there should be a lot of focus on the Greymane, but Leoric. So Leoric and Nubarak is also really beefy, and the mobility between Anubrak and Sylvanas, and really, I think we could see a spooky walk with a light bomb for entertainment's sake. I think that'd be really fun to see, and then Chromie just peppering it down. I think that Divine has a very cut and dry, straightforward comp, and really easy to execute. I think Ghost, if they play their heroes right, will come out on top though. But I think Ghost determines the way this game goes. Is what I mean to say. And on the blue team for ReGen Divine, we do have Arch Valley on the Hogger, Silent Shoe on Germain, Absolute Yota on Bright Wing, Brigand Wing, Bankai on the Diablo, and someone else is somewhere. That would be Wafflecopter on the Hanzo.
Love that name, Wafflecopter. Over here on the side, of course, we have Goggle Smack on the Chromie, Jason on the Sylvanas, and Andrew on the Leoric. And over here, Aaron on the Leoric. Mongoose on the Beetle.
It's okay, Anduin doesn't matter.
Sorry, Andrew. I got you mixed up with Aaron, the A names.
It's okay.
They're obviously trying to pull something up top, getting one tower on the side of Ghost.
And backing out safely, a really good early cheese. And in the top lane, you don't normally expect it in the top lane because the bottom lane controls so much here on Dragonshire. But by giving Aaron that little bit of relief, no, Pat, you can't. By giving Aaron that little bit of relief of one tower being down up there, it keeps Hogger a bit busier in general, and it lets Ghost take priority over in the bot lane. Let's take a look at these level 1 talents. We got Q Quest out of the Chromie. We got Q damage out of the Sylvanas. Viciousness, yeah, I think that's the standard go to a level 1 for the Jermaine. A nice flip slam on the Mongoose, but damage going back out onto Diablo, and both tanks are just gonna walk away. A little bit of really good scatter arrowing going into the Sylvanas there from Hanzo. He's already at 12 out of 20 stacks, getting those close to the wall bounces. It feels so good as a Hanzo when someone's standing next to the wall and you get the bounce right next to their ass. Just chunk, half health. Both teams do get their siege camp really early. Like to see that coming out of these teams. Level 4 is online for both teams at just about the same time.
Oh, what a good stun from the Diablo, stopping Jason from taking the DK.
Greymane picking up that bruiser camp all by his lonesome, which he is known to do.
And Hogger, he is unstoppable up here.
I just wonder if he has any control. 3v2 in the mid. Jason looking for that grab, and he's going to get polyed by the Brightwing just in time, right before finishing that channel. Diablo's going to go for the flip. They're going to pour a bunch of damage into a Soul Shield Diablo. Here comes the Z out of the Brightwing. That's going to take Diablo back to half health, and Sylvanas is going to pick up the Dragon Knight. But Hanzo getting the kill on the Chromester down there, 19 of 20 on his scatter arrow. Imagine he got those next several from that 12 to 19 on the Chromie. Then, as I think we would normally expect, Sylvanas coming down to the bot lane with the Dragon Knight. And the scatter arrow completed on the Dragon Knight.
Impressive. 3-minute mark.
Yeah, very, very skilled Hanzo play, at least this game. Who knows about the rest, but this is the game we're watching. And let's take a look at Chromie's quest. 2 out of 40. 3 out of 40 on the Chromie quest. Chromie having a little bit harder time, but once Pierce comes around, who even cares? And I like that approach. I like that approach from Ghost and Divine. Both teams just splitting up, going back to the lanes. An early Dragon Knight not going to be super strong. So Hanzo did the clearing, and everybody else just maintained lanes, maintained XP.
What they were doing up top is they had that camp that the Greymane took, and so they were answering it. And if you look top, they definitely got half of their towers down up top.
Yeah, oh yeah, really good progress. So Divine getting some benefit during that dragon phase, which is really all you can hope for, right? It's a curse but not for me type of mentality. Bruiser Camp being picked up by Ghost, and 2v2 in the bot lane, just looking for some soak while Greymane grabs the camp again.
Hogger here interrupting the rotation on Mongoose coming down.
Oh, good eye on that, yes. Mongoose being forced back out. That's kind of a 4v1 if he goes too far.
Meanwhile, up top, we have a push with Aaron and Jason on top. They get through the towers. It's just poor little old Brightwing up here by her lonesome self. We'll see how they answer it. And they're answering it by taking that bot camp. So they'll get lots of pressure on that bot lane.
Nice
But they're
steal.
trading top. Yeah.
Very, very nice steal. Red really needs to look at this camp, get it down so they don't lose that fort. And that top fort is down, assuredly. Even the announcer thinks it's down. The map thinks it's down. I'm gonna guess it's down.
There's the sands coming out on the bot shrine. Also,
Yeah.
lovingly known as the Swamp of Sadness, as Silver Arrow so
The
fondly likes
swamp
to
of
call it.
sadness. You know, I think it's really good here on these points. Nice
Oh, light
mind
bomb
control.
onto Mongoose. Yes. What an engage.
So having the sands there on these control points is nice because they're already choky enough, and a great call for this bottom camp while the tank is dead. Hanzo gonna look to get some poke maybe, but I feel like with Greymane having to play so forward, he could be an easy time loop target, but Diablo Hogger and Brightwing I think can also disrupt that very easily. So slowing sand's probably the right way to go here. And now Silver Arrow saying no time loop. So, yeah. While we are watching this siege into the bot lane, quick overview. NA Arrow on the Hanzo, Blink Farts on the Brightwing. And there is a charge flip with the APOC onto the onto the Sylvanas on the Diablo. The Leap of Faith is going to be not in time. And not going to rescue the Sylvanas. Another charge flip onto the Anubrak, but Diablo going to go down this time at the hands of Stun City and Romy. Greymane trying to get out now that his tank is gone. Looks like he's going to be able to with the help of the Brightwing, and Greymane walking away, and Wafflecopter looking for a few extra arrows to come out. So Hortapult on the Hogger, APOC on the Dibbles, and go for the Trope on Jermaine. Mind control on Sylvanas, the Swamp of Sadness on the Chromie, the Closet courtesy of Leoric, Light Bomb on the Anduin, and Wrap from Anubarak. We saw a lot of those that fight. Mini much.
Augur having to spin away. He took a lot of damage there. Ah! Hortapult's in. Ooh, do they get this kill? Not quite.
I'm not even looking at it. Anduin trying to run away. He's into 4. That's gonna be a dead Anduin. Gets staggering blown away by the Hogger. I don't even think he hit the wall for the extra damage, but he was just DED dead.
They're coming in for an invade on the red team's camp. I'd like to see them guard this. But, of course, Chromie can just poke with her Q right there.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by the explosive arrows by Hanzo at level 4, especially with the scatter arrow build. Having more scatter arrows, being able to get them back sooner while auto-attacking, I feel like it's better camp clear if you need it. It's good for taking camps, although they have the Greymane, so...
Yeah, Greymane, excellent camp clear.
That Hogger just bouncing around like he can't control it. Unstoppable.
There's an NA arrow coming out on bot. APOC comes out. Lots of ultis being used in bot lane. But they're able to disengage safely.
Yeah, the APOC came out right as Leoric was dying. I was very confused for a second. And turns out there was also a fight bot. So Leoric did go down there on the top lane with Hogger and Brightwing and Anubrak and Leoric. Looks like a quest being completed for Hogger. Which one is that? Hitting heroes, a staggering blow. And that's going to be a red laser on the dragon. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, Mongoose going down with the from Silent Chew on the Greymane.
Oh, I missed that.
Now they've traded again.
There goes Greymane.
Yep. think Wafflecopter is going to make his way bot to see if they can stop Dragon.
Yeah, Leoric and Hogger into a skirmish, but Hogger's going to Hortipult out of the closet, and that's ult's traded there. I think it looks like Leoric's is about a 10-second quicker cooldown, but big trouble in little bot lane as Hanzo catches the Sylvanas, but the light bomb comes in onto the Hanzo. Wafflecopter going to be able to get out. He backsteps the time trap and the burrow charge. Hanzo 100 health and walking away. Diablo wrapped up. The APOC went out, but because of the wrap, not able to fall, and that's going to be a red Dragon Knight. My husband is bloody red now, as walking forward through the middle lane. What a bunch of buttons being pressed in the bot lane for nothing to ultimately happen there. Except now Diablo goes down. Ask and you shall receive.
It was a good diversion for Ghost to get the DK.
Oh, absolutely.
But man, those jukes were pretty amazing. I thought they would go down much sooner. They managed to hold on. Bot goes down.
I want to see Hanzo getting kicked, start getting kicked by the dragon somewhere in the in front of this middle tower here, and then jump towards the siege camp to force the dragon to rush way into the jungle, away from structure push. There is a closet onto Jermaine. Jermaine's going to get killed by the Leoric and company. The light bomb went out to stop the follow-up. Diablo rolling in on the Beetle, wrap onto the Beetle as Hogger's in the back line of the red team, trying now to run away in the wrong direction. Going to get caught by the Spooky Walk. 2 for none so far after that Dragon Knight goes down. Looks like a camp is going to be stolen. Now that I know where the I drink your milkshake meme came from, I can't stop with it. And so, because I finally watched that movie. And taking the can, it's like, I drink your milkshake.
I like this aggressive play onto the Bruiser camp up here.
Yeah, roaming us 5 there, because while they don't need 5 to get the camp, it's 5v4 on the map, so absolutely getting that pressure out, and then rolling back and maybe in a more relaxed way getting the rest of the camps on the map.
The Chromie time trap there. Did she take triple traps? I didn't look.
I see.
No, she did not.
Yeah, I only see the one. Probably armor, right?
Yeah.
There's a big old arrow, and Sylvanas going to dash away. Seeing that coming. Or just trying to dash away anyway. Gets the sip. There's a big pull for the Anduin onto the Chromie to rescue Giggle Schmackdown. Hogger in trouble in the behind the fort. Chromie going to walk out. There is the APOC light bomb out onto the Hogger. It's going to be enough. It's going to clip. That's going to go down. Diablo comes out of the cocoon into a sandy, dirty, nasty closet. It's going to go down, but Nubrak going to get killed by the Greyman. Greyman going down in response. The Q's coming out from the Chromie. Lots of sand everywhere. It's going to be a 3-for-1 though. Mongoose, I'll take that trade, probably. Or rather, I'll take that trade. Mongoose, probably.
I do agree with you, Silver. Taimu would have gotten that kill on Hanzo. However, I think that this Chromie's Sands is doing work for them.
Yeah, Leoric almost done with auto attacks. Pierce is online. Chromie is almost done with her Qs. I'm actually quite surprised that the Chromie Qs haven't been hitting as much. And there's a relatively quick cap onto the Dragon Knight. Sylvanas walking with it again. I'm surprised Chromie hasn't been hitting more. But again, level 20s now, but at level 18 with that Pierce, they just rack up. And I think Chromie and Nubrak Sylvanas can just pretty much walk through the rest of these structures in a determined fashion, not necessarily with reckless abandon.
I can understand the Qs though. Q build helps you push. You get a lot of damage on structures with it. Oh, and then there's the silent nasty closet onto Bankai. Oh, what a save from Absolute Yoda. He is wrapped again. Poor Diablo has been CC'd.
I want to call slowing sands on the Entomb something super inappropriate, but
Don't do it.
it's also
Go.
super inappropriate.
You can just call it inappropriate closet.
The inappropriate closet, the sandy inappropriate. Leoric does end up dying in there, but so does Hogger and Brightwing. Brightwing a little bit earlier on in that fight. Hanzo's just going to recall for that extra healing on the back. And ReGen Ghost marching into this core now. Hanzo using the keep for obstruction from the Sylvanas. Sylvanas is going to get pulled out by the Anduin. The core at 77%. Hooyah, George Bush. That was I was on the USS George H.W. Bush CVN 77. So that's where that is. You know, it was a good ship. It was also a garbage ship, but it was a good ship. Ask anybody. Their boat has so many pleasant traumas. So many traumatic pleasantries. I think that's a good, against classic ReGen style, a good not overstaying at the core.
Setting up a bush gank down here on bot potentially.
Yeah, I
So
like
Jason
having.
could lane.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I like having Brightwing tend to the lanes right now, able to Z in. There's a scout onto Ghost in that bush gank, the classic bush gank. They have access through the bot lane, which is really all they need, especially if they can get 3 camps all at the same time here. But right now they don't. And I think they're just trying to keep Divine pushed in while waiting for shrines to come up so they can just cap the shrines. Divine right now down 4 structures, needs to find and isolate someone like this Leoric going top and just 5-man gank, get the numbers, and start pressing advantage and getting some staggering out. Let's find out if Hogger has control. Hogger does have control. He went Secret Stash. There is the Hanzo arrow coming through for the 5v4. Leoric walking down. Anubarak and Jason on the Sylvanas, looking pretty low on HP, but both having sipped. And that is the Dragon Knight capped by Leoric at the end of that fight. But Mongoose getting turned on.
This is their chance to even out the numbers. Oh no, Greymane goes down. Light bomb on him. Killed by the Leo in the DK.
Yeah, but that Dragon Knight should be able to do a lot of destruction to that base, even just ignoring the rest of the team. But the one for one there, kicking out the Brightwing, I think is a little odd given her blink ability. I don't think she has the Z. She does have Z. But I think Brightwing's not the right kick target. But they are going to get half of this keep down and walk away.
Mind control out on the Hoggers. Spooky hand into Arch Valley, but he walks away from it. They're pulling back. They're doing a safe play here.
Yeah, and Core's taking a little bit of damage. They have room, so Divine needs to address those lanes, so Ghost has room to back up. This is kind of where I was talking about Ghost being able to dictate how the game goes through their execution, because they had a level 22 Dragon Knight almost at 19 minutes and got half of a keep for it. They traded kills during that phase. Now they got the kill trade happened 5v4 also, so not entirely Ghost's fault, but when you have that level 22 Dragon Knight, you've got to get something out of it. Hogger bouncing around
big
through the
engage.
tunnel. Huge NA arrow into the APOC. That's going to be at least 2 kills here. One on the Sylvanas. Here comes the Chromie Sand. Sylvanas not going down. Leoric does. Hogger falls, Diablo comes out of the wrap, Anduin goes down as well. Still the 2, just not the 2 I thought. Nope, Greymane following up on the Sylvanas. Greymane and Hogger both down, and Nubrak is dead. This is now 3v1. I think Google Schmack is going to be able to defend something, but if this isn't a fort here, something's going wrong. But this is the type of advantage Divine needs to get. A great engage from the NA arrow into the APOC with all of the AoE mess going on in there. Greymane just swiping through the enemies. But there's core damage, potential core damage coming in.
Yes, they have 3 catapults. 1 is going down, just 2. They can't get much out of that because their lanes need to be tended to.
Emily Juliana talking about, saying, welcome to the channel. Good for zoning, but defense is boring. Either definitely boring, but defense is boring. Either way, it's, yeah, when you have to play careful like that, it's definitely a lot hard. Oh, she's talking about slowing sands in general.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yes, slowing sands is definitely not a very entertaining ult. Except when someone dies in it and they start swirling around like in the animated Hercules in the River Styx. Ooh, a missed mind control, but that level 20 does reduce that cooldown. Let's take a look at those level 20s because you didn't really talk about them. I did show them briefly. But there's Hunter's Blunderbuss, Hellgate, Mortipult, Secret Stash, that's what it is. There's an arrow onto the group, and the APOC is going to land on the Chromie. Only 1 got pulled by the Anduin. There is the Light Bomb counter stun onto the Hogger, but not onto the Diablo because of the Anubrak wrap. Chromie down for another minute. Leoric spooky walking out is going to get that second pull from Anduin. Now 5v4 marching into this mid lane. AoE Fairy Protector from the Brightwing, Sonic Arrow from, or Bullseye rather, upgrade to Sonic Arrow from the Hanzo. Then we've got big ol' 4-on-1 onto the Brightwing. That's not fair. While Greymane tending to the lane, this core shield has not gone down since that first push onto it. But I think ReGen Ghost is looking to make that change now. I think they're at least going to try to take this mid keep. Piercing Sands, the Silencing Closet, what is that, Buried Alive, the Inner Fire, the recent upgrade to Light Bomb, which used to not have an upgrade, and Rewind on the Mongoose. There is the Light Bomb that we just spoke of going out onto the Anduin, going to stun the Diablo. Mind Control as well. Leoric's going to die to the Hogger, but Diablo's going to go down with Soul, so he's going to come back. So it's still a 4v4. Here, Brightwing down for another 20 seconds, 30-second advantage onto the Leoric. Look for Brightwing to come in should this fight go any more extended. Diablo rushing to the team. 3-man retreat from Ghost. Leoric still looking to come back alive so that 30 seconds isn't actually going to be quite as noticeable. And 3v3 onto the siege camp. No, Ghost is going to give it up. They're going to try to cap this dragon. These arrows are good. There is the Buried Alive onto the Hanzo. The Z from Brightwing goes in on not the Hanzo. It is on the Greymane instead. I don't know if that was intentional, but it stopped it from getting interrupted. Hogger is going to go down. Brightwing's going to get wrapped up by the Nubrak. There's a flip onto Leoric. Diablo goes down. Greymane goes down. Brightwing goes down. That is a mega kill, and that should be game for ReGen Ghost.
What an engage, what an engage.
Let's see. I'll run the Anduin voice line here in a second.
Chromie reported for time stopping her team there.
I've seen them.
What a great game.
I have seen ReGen Ghost running Chromie said Mongoose the shot caller called out, all right, next hero that walks through, time stop them. and instructions were followed. And it was a teammate that walked through.
A paladin, a medic, a DJ, the Archangel of Hope, and a priest walk into a bar. The bartender stops them and says, "Hey, no support groups."
Anyway, that's Anduin's joke. The Archangel of
Anduin.
Justice.
The young buck, Mr. Brad Pitt.
No, young Joanna.
And Johanna.
Yeah. Whenever they're on the same team, I just say that it's young and old. It's young Joanna and Joanna. Alright, here's a look at those talents for anybody else that wanted to see them. I have a battle to start on Stream Raiders, by the way. Exclamation point Stream Raiders if you're looking for some stream games. Definitely.
Pat in the chat says that blind entomb on Hanzo. Yeah, I agree with you, Pat. I'm pretty sure that's what sealed the deal for Ghost right there.
Yeah, I don't know if it was blind or not. That was hard to tell from when it happened. But even if it wasn't blind, it was still that's what set the game, because it was Hanzo and Hager in there, and Brightwing Z'd to I think the wrong person. Now Hanzo died before the Z went through, but the Z went through onto the Hager, and then Hager died, and Brightwing was already there. It was a whole, or Z'd onto the Greymane, and then Hager died, or vice versa, onto the Hager and the Greymane died. But the Z didn't get interrupted. The Z didn't actually heal anybody. It was a cluster there. It was unfortunately a cluster for Divine that worked out really well for Ghost. And I mean, when you set up the fight, you set up the fight, right? So
yeah, the 20 silence on the entomb is it's a playmaker for sure.
alright, let's go back to us, shall we? Maps. Everybody. I didn't realize how long I was sitting on this screen. So we are going to Infernal Shrines, picked by ReGen Divine. Cool. That battle should be done by now. No, we lost! We lost the battle! How far through are we? Yeah, let's keep playing. Let's try again. So when you had to restart, were you able to get your observer put in?
Yep, I did. I
Nice.
just haven't looked at anything.
So control 1 through 8 will give you almost all of the all the information you want. I think there's a couple
Yeah.
other things that it'll do, but that's what you use it for,
Okay.
typically.
What is ReGen Divine's picture? What is that portrait?
It's a Valera portrait.
It's Valera? Okay.
Should be Valera. Yeah, it's a Carbot Valera. Alright, here we go into the drafting room. I really like that ReGen transition. So Infernal Shrines. There's the Hanzo band. RESPECK. Tell you what it means to me. Talking about respect. But yeah, so AoE is huge here. Get that wave clear, which is good for the objective. But those objectives are very team fighty objectives, very different from the Dragonshire objective style.
Interested to see if they let the Hogger through.
Yeah,
This is one of Hogger's strongest maps.
That's true. Very true. And now we're looking at an open Rhaegar or Joanna potentially for first pick on ReGen Ghost. There is the Hogger ban. Absolutely correct.
Yep.
So Divine has an opportunity here to let Rhaegar and Joe through and be guaranteed one of them by giving one of them to Ghost. I don't think that's a bad deal.
Question is, which shall it be?
Well, if they let them both through, yeah, that's up to Ghost to decide. Which I think Ghost is going to take. I think Ghost is going to take the Rhaegar. I know that Mongoose likes the Joe, but yeah.
Good call, Taco. There it is.
I'm gonna message you something.
And Bonkai on the Johanna.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my prediction.
Oh, we shall see. That could be exciting. We can't say anything yet.
But yeah, I think, and Pat, so that you're in on the secret, the hero that you mentioned to me, I think is going to be picked up, but not by the team that you mentioned it to me from. Yeah, and that's who I thought Mongoose was gonna end up playing. I know he likes the Joe, but I figured he would play ETC and they would take the Rhaegar. Silent Shoe, Arch Valley, and Wafflecopter. So those respect bands that you had talked about, the Hanzo and the Hogger, both out of play really good here. They were played really well last game. The Sylvanas does go away. They don't want to see that Sylvanas here.
They don't want the cheese to happen again.
Right. There's the Vala ban. Like, I want to go jump into voice chat and just be like, are y'all doing this? Oh man,
that would make a very exciting game.
Yeah.
Stream is like, what are they talking about? Maybe they know, maybe they don't. We shall see.
I'm just gonna
Oh, interesting. I'm wondering if this is going to be an off-lane Johanna with a Nubarak being picked up by Arch
they
Valley.
might actually do that, yeah.
I'm going to guess that they'll swap-a-roo. And then they'll want to play this game to 20. I would think that she would go Falling Swords. It's just broken later on. And Johanna right now is able to output incredible amounts of damage.
No, I wanted to see it. I wanted it so bad.
I'm sorry, Taco. Oh, stream. We really wanted to see a Butcher Blood Class comp.
Right below me. You can't hear.
Mongoose is he even told me why, because I dropped it in their team chat. All right, so we'll run down the draft here in a second, But yeah, he's like, no, not into certain things, and I'm like, well, that makes sense, but I can still be sad about it. So looking, oh, I haven't done predictions for this one. Here, you wanna tell me what you think about this draft while I run a prediction, and then we'll introduce everybody in a second.
All right, I really like how they answered with Blaze in the off lane. We have this double tank meta going on in this game. This should be interesting. I'm curious to see how Goldaniel plays into this, having to stand still. All right, on the side of Ghost, we have Aaron on the Blaze, Jay's on the Cassia, Mongoose on the ETC, Andrew on the Rhaegar, and Gigglesmack on the Chromie again.
Nice, and
Oh, go ahead.
And you got another 4 minutes on that prediction. That was ReGen Ghost. If you think ReGen Divine has a better draft, which is Arch Valley on the Grown Up and to win, Silent Shoe on the Tychus, Bankai on the Beetle Boy, Absolute Yoda on somebody else, that's Brightwing again, and Wafflecopter on the, as I've been told, Goldaniel, again representing ReGen Divine. Make sure to use your channel points. Vote for ReGen Divine or ReGen Goes based on who you think will win this map. Stacking spears on the Cassiopeia, Chromie with the stacking Qs, Prog Rock on the ETC, Totem build on the Rhaegar, Corruption on Gul'dan. Beetle Boys level 1 for the Anubi Booby. Get there, man.
See coming out on Bankai down here in the bot lane. They get out safely.
Oh, I am so sorry. My wife walked in, and so I did not move the camera to show people getting the camps, but y'all know what that looks like, so suck it. My wife says hi. So you get that instead. You great viewers and audience have been greeted by my wife. You can hope for no better prize than that.
I absolutely agree with that statement. I love your wife.
I do too.
Love you, Belle. Oh no. Does Silent Shoe get out here? Yes, Brightwing seeing in, and they make the great escape.
Well, he hasn't escaped yet. He's like, yeah, I'll sit here. It's fine. It was fine.
I really thought that they could have picked him there, but that was a good save by Absolute Yoda.
Yeah. Well, Meow, it's like that Bon Jovi song. Oh my wife, oh my wife, oh my wife. I've been living in the Oh wait, no, that's all my life. The song.
Wow. If you take a look up here at that top tower, Blaze has been doing some poke damage. Partially through. It's pretty good.
Aaron is a really aggressive offlaner, as our team has noticed before in the past. And so I'm not surprised to see that value being gotten by him. And again, Brightwing in the bottom lane getting as much.
You take a look at
coming up.
the talents up here. Joe with the Zealous Flare at 1. At 4, I'm surprised by the Subdue. Maybe they're really wanting to focus on team fights to get those extra slows rather than taking the wave clear.
In an attempt to justify it, I think that with the Blaze and an ETC already being up there, Cassia dashes in, and Rhaegar jumps in at times too, along with the Joe to help couple things together. I think that Subdue won't be the hardest thing for her to get.
Agreed.
But I do like going that extra Iron Skin and then move speed at 7 on LinkedIn. I think those are really good talents. Although the Iron Skin power being shifted more baseline, that talent is less important to me now at level. but a very, very good call out. Yeah, going that full Q build can only be super disruptive here on the Shrine. They get that Rhaegar kill, Gul'dan finishing him off. Those slows are going to pay off. There's another pull onto the ETC going to get polyed and taking what? Taking Crowd Surfer at level 4. ETC is going to slide away.
That was a great escape by Mongo. Oh, I think Crowd Surfer on this map in particular can be so fun, especially if they decide to get super aggressive. And if you take a look at where their camps are and you think they're stealing camp, you slide in through the terrain and you mosh.
Oh yeah, that can be really good. Especially if you get a little bit of vision from Chromie, just throwing some sand in there or something. That Frozen Punisher here at just about 5 minutes is going to go over to ReGen Divine, and the jet propulsion going to get caught by Arch Valley, so Blade is not going to make it out. And all of these Frozen Punisher roots going out, going to cause mayhem for Ghost. This is a little bit of a tough defense, even though it's the first Punisher. And ETC and Rhaegar trying to get out. Rhaegar does get caught. That's not going to work out super well for Ghost right now. ReGen Divine coming back with the vengeance here in game number 2. Joe already going down bot to soak. That fort is all Divine. Also a correction because you know 80s hairband rock music, whatever. Like, it sounds good and you know most of the words, but like Rock the Casbah is a really good meme about it. About like a lot of the stuff sounds like it could be anything. Runaway is that second the second stanza or whatever is all your life, all you asked. When is your daddy gonna talk to you? So it's not all my life, all my life.
Oh no, Johanna going down with the ETC mosh and finished off by the Cassia. They're saying, nope, this is our camp, get out of here.
Yes. Yes, no invades right now. Oh wait, no, never mind, we invade. We drink your milkshake. But yes, all your life, all you asked. Not all my life, all my life. I used to print out lyrics compulsively. Like, if there was a song I liked, I went and I printed out the lyrics and I held on to it, and then I like read it a few times and then put it in a box so that I could have it when I wanted it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because I liked to know the words to the songs that I liked. Because what if the words were garbage? What if it was like this really great song with a really shitty message?
Like Johanna over here trying to...
Yeah, like Johanna, a really great song with a really shitty message. Wait, is that not what you were saying?
No, I was gonna say creating some space for the DPS to clear out their camps. They have a lot of pressure coming in from the side of ReGen Ghost.
Same. Tomato, potato. Like...
I am surprised that the wave clear talent wasn't taken on Johanna, since she is functioning as an offlaner, because it is almost instant clear.
Oh, you're talking about the other talent at level 4.
It gives you back mana. Like, it's practically insta wave clear.
I forgot that they shifted it that way. Because the way that you would used to want to play Johanna, especially on a lot of maps, you would take Shield Glare Marks, and then you would Shield Glare, Condemn, Subdue. Look at this Patience holding this camp.
Yeah.
And now
probably
they're gonna wait
down until about 13 seconds. I guess it depends.
Yeah. So personally, I don't like to look at the timing on the timer. I like to look at this minion wave that's coming through, and I want my camp to be right behind the minion wave, so that the shaman doesn't get focused for a long time.
That's a good point. Not quite behind their minion camp, a little bit. Minion wave is a little bit in front.
Yeah, but those melees are gonna walk up. It should be fine. This is an Arcane Shrine coming up. 3-man push into this middle fort. There is Gul'dan sidestepping to not get caught as hard by the Valkyrie, but there's gonna be a 3-man mosh. Cassian's gonna go down anyway, thanks to the Tychus, but Gul'dan is going to be traded. Brightwing looking low. There's Jet Propulsion through. Brightwing not able to get out of that swing stance for the Jet Propulsion. Has been going to blink, heal away. Level 10s have been online for how long? We've been talking about Bon Jovi. What kind of words that I can't say on Twitch am I? Commandeer Odin, Rap, or also known as Cuckoo. Falling Sword, Blink Heal, and Horrify coming from, well Dan, you gotta say it Horrify because Twitch frowns upon Horrify, probably. That might offend someone, I don't know. Hey, Cassia picking up Valkyrie, slowing, they're slowing Sands, Homie Bunker, look at that Falling Sword right onto Chromie's face. Homie Bunker, Ancestral Heal, and Mosh Pit, as we saw come into effect. Is Andrew? No, Andrew's not going to make it away from that poison damage. Physical damage, Shift Propulsion in, onto the group. There's a Condemn. Cassia under the fort. Going to go poison damaged all to hell. Is she going to make it out? Is Jason going to... Oh, nope. With the sip. No, the sip is on cooldown too. That is the worst feeling. Then then ETC falls. That is 4 kills in that time frame. And now I'll let Coffee talk.
I think you said it all right there, Taco. I like what they're doing down here, sieging with the beetles to get more value, while Johanna is working on the shrine in mid.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Got Brightwing up top, getting some value up there. Johanna getting a little bit low over here, not a lot of mana. Team is still far off. Engage. Oh, what a good engage by Bonkai. Nicely done. And the Rhaegar goes down.
So I know there's
oh,
nice Valkyrie into the Tychus. Jet Propulsion followed up. Cassie gonna secure the kill. I know everyone's watching the video game right now, but if you are in the ReGen Discord server, get to the pets channel. Right meow. Right meow. Because that's why we're here.
Fluffy cute pets? Sure.
Do you see that picture though?
I've not looked, I've been actually watching the game.
Yeah, screw the video game. Look at the kitties.
They're doing so well though. Alright, let's see the cute kitties. That is quite adorable.
Well, she added another one, but the one on top, like, what?
This is such a great push from the side of ReGen Divine. They have 16s talents over ReGen Ghost. They've pushed out their lanes. They've cleaned up the map.
ReGen Divine handily playing this game, and it looks like ReGen Ghost isn't as practiced on the Rhaegar right now, which might be contributing some to the issues. But because I think Rhaegar's also getting focused early, right? So there's a Commandeer Odin looking to siege into this keep. I think that's going to go down here pretty soon, though. I believe it lasts 13 seconds, or is it 23 seconds? Let's take a look. 23 seconds.
They've got the walls down. They're making the call to pull back, and they're like, "This is mine. This camp." They're gonna try to keep the pressure. That's what ReGen Ghost did to them on Dragonshire, and looks like they're gonna try to do the same on this map. Johanna scouting out top lane Bruiser. We'll see. There's probably a call to come invade. They still don't have 16s on the side of ReGen Ghost.
Yeah, but Jet Propulsion in onto it now, an unstoppable Johanna. The Iron Skin is down. Here comes Divine to the rescue, but same for Ghost. There's a unstoppable out of the Blaze. Probably coming from the Rhaegar, and a big old mosh pit onto just a Joe. Joe's gonna walk out just fine. Less than 500 health though. Wrap on the ETC is what stops that mosh, and Divine's going to walk away. No one's dead, but everything except for Horrify is on cooldown.
Now ReGen Ghost is forced to go deal with their lanes. They got a lot of value mid. Are they going to be able to save this keep? Looks like it. They went bot to clear that out too. And they still got that top bruiser. Well played on the side of ReGen Divine.
Yeah, Divine looking much strong. Well, I can't even say much stronger this game than last game. If you look at the forts, it's a complete swap. But Divine was taking really good fights, making really good engages. They look like they're a much better team than they've been the past several seasons. They've been in C Div. I think they were on the cusp of being in D Div at least a couple seasons ago. And ReGen Ghost is one of the top competitors in Div B. And so to see Divine play like this,
Johanna
into
getting
ReGen Ghost,
scouted out there trying to engage and kill her. There goes.
yeah, but it's,
Oh,
it's
all
Joe.
the ult, all the buttons, and she can get out with her falling swords.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she told her team, I have Falling Sword, I have Iron Skin, so she pulled the Valkyrie at least.
She pulled Valkyrie. She got. Did he try to mosh? I can't remember.
I don't think he tried to mosh. Mosh was on cooldown from that fight by that top keep. And I don't know the cooldown of Ancestral, but it just came off. But definitely at least the Valkyrie, and that's gonna be big coming in here. But Horrify is on cooldown. Rap is still on cooldown.
And they do, they're on the same talents here. If they want to fight, this is when they want to fight before ReGen Divine gets their 20s online.
Yeah, Tychus is heading down to get those 20s.
Yep.
They're gonna try to come back and take this fight, maybe, or maybe they're just giving the objective.
Honestly, they could just give, and they could get this mid keep and open up a win condition in mid.
Right, I'd like to see a Nubrak and Odin go for this mid keep, but I think they're gonna just Beetle Boy and Odin this bottom keep instead. Yeah, there's the Odin. Here comes the Beetles. Level 20s for Divine. Big red button. Rewind. Lightning heals all my teammates. That's Heaven's Fury. There it is. You can see it right there. That's going to bring the cooldown down to 15 seconds. The keep goes down.
On ETC.
And
Let's
ETC
go.
dies.
They could just push and win right here, now.
I think that's what they're going to try to do. Invisible Friends and the improved Horrify comes out. Level 20 is not yet up for ReGen Ghost. Core at 80%. Blaze is wrapped up. And
there's the reset on the Johannas. Let's go.
25% core. It's not going to last. Game number 2 over to ReGen Divine. Definitely playing on par with this Div B team. And I'm pretty sure they were in Div D a few seasons ago. So really good improvement coming out of ReGen Divine.
Yeah, amazing game. That was so fun to watch.
And only 3 deaths. Wow. Whoa, wee, whoa. Here are the talents on the board. Let's take a look at 5 minutes till the next battle. It looks like there are actually people placing, so I'm not going to run the Stream Raiders battle early. Also, anybody else excited about... Well, let me go back. Well, yeah, here's the talents. We see the talents. We see the stats. Quick look at the stats again. And we'll go back to the talents in a second. But anybody else also excited about the Monster Hunter release? Been playing that since noon. And we'll be playing it. I'll be playing it again at least all morning tomorrow if I'm awake for the morning. I'm trying to shift over to a night shift for a few days, so we'll see how things go. But super fun times. Good game. Are you a Monster Hunter, Still Coffee?
I am not. I have not tried that game yet. I watched you play it earlier today.
I saw you drop in your heroes for me.
Yeah, I had kind of an afternoon of studying the NGS caster stuff. And then a little alert in the background, so I made sure to drop my units for you.
Yeah, well, we had some good battles.
Yeah. Nope, not bad. It's,
damage on the Johanna.
That's just rude.
Johanna right now is just so OP. You okay, Taco? Kind of silent there.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my mic was changed. Sorry. No, I was looking at something and I had a thought about something. I shared that thought with you.
Oh?
Based off of a series of interactions that have been strung together now. I just thought it was humorous. So game number 3, the classic game number 3 map, Towers of Durm. Towers of Comebacks, picked by ReGen Divine. First pick going to ReGen Ghost.
Look at these teams. They're ready.
You ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready. We're all ready. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing what this next draft is going to be. Do you have any predictions on what these teams like to play on this map?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Chromie again.
Yeah.
Lots of, excuse me.
Dance would be good delay for objective.
Lots of pokey, I would think. Although I like to see this map won through pressure. I think it's more reliably won through pressure. Darian, before I forget, come here, buddy.
So you want to see a team 6 cap?
I want to see a team that can. They don't necessarily need to, because if you keep them occupied with it, then fine. Hi, buddy.
Well, as you can see, Divine said, no Giggle Smack, you cannot play Chromie again.
Hi,
There's the Rhaegar
Darian.
win.
What's going on, Darian? You don't like being on the Chimera? Oh, there's the Rhaegar and the Joban.
Yep. No Hanzo for Wafflecopter.
Darian's now just looking at
What
everybody
a
like,
fluff
why?
ball!
Why?
Oh, and first pick Stukov.
There's Stukov. Andrew's a really good Stukov. Stukov's a really good hero. Andrew's a really good Stukov.
Oh, he's so hard to play into sometimes.
Yeah,
Those
he's
silences
obnoxious.
can be oppressive.
And they just show up out of freaking nowhere. And then they
You're a
it
galaxy
barely
dog.
clips you.
Ooh, spicy. I like the Junkrat pick.
Yeah, Junkrat here makes sense. Very interrupty, and I'm out of whiskey, so I can't handle the Junkrat right now.
Victory for the Forsaken.
They didn't read the post-it note.
That's correct. They did not read the post-it note.
Well, there's your push right there with the Sylvanas.
Sylvanas and Ubrak, yeah, that'll
Yep.
work.
Lunara. Did they have a Lunara player on the side of Ghost?
I will say Ghost is pretty flexible.
No Hogger again. Darian and Dahaka picked up on the side of ReGen Divine.
Yeah, I really like Dahaka right now in the meta. I think he's just a very versatile, useful hero. A pain to play into.
There's the Leo again. His closet's pretty good.
And with that Stukov, that level 10 closet is just as good as the level 20 closet.
Yep. Especially if he takes low blow and you just watch their health go. Bleh. See what
Yes.
is Wafflecopter? What is he gonna take?
I'm here to
Ooh,
You're here to help.
I like this. Should be interesting.
Jaina's really hard to deal with oftentimes.
Yes, she is, and the slows can be so oppressive too.
So overall though, I need to do the I need to redeem the prediction. Was it game 1 or game 2 that I did the prediction for?
Game 2.
It was
the
game
last
2?
game. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I had it labeled as game 1. You wanna run down Ghost for me?
Absolutely. We have Aaron on the Leo again, Mongoose on the Beetle, Jason on Sylvanas, Andrew on the Stookie, and Gogglesmack on the Rainer.
Fantastic. And over on ReGen Divine, Wafflecopter on the Janena, Absolute Yoda on Bright Wing, Archvalley on Tehaka, Bankai on Varian, and Silent Shoe on Cancer.
I love what I'm seeing. Do you see what I'm seeing? Them positioning so that Jason cannot cheese again.
Right.
I think that's what I was seeing.
Yeah, no, that was a really good spread. That was fantastic. Fantastic positioning.
Junkrat can of course scout that out, use his bomb to boop away as he sees them rotating down through mid. Jaina getting a little bit of that chill damage on Mongoose.
So it looks like right now Ghost is looking to 4-man double soak, 4-man mid bot, while Leo works on that top lane until Leo gets to a point where he can double soak a bit more reliably, I guess. They get caught on the rotation in the bot, but Rainer just firing in those shots. Rainer with that Exterminator upgrade. And Varian is going to be first blood over to ReGen Ghost. And looks like a camp invade. Brightwing comes down in. Ooh, drag Polly with the mine, but that's going to be on the Sylvanas, who should be able to get away, but doesn't have the E, it looks like, and down almost out of the triple digits into the double. Varian coming back in, ready for a fight. And that is Bankai on the Varian. He has been playing their tank, so most likely a taunt Varian, especially given that they don't have another tank.
Very kindly, they have killed one of the pumpkins on the side of ReGen Divine.
Yes. But they're going back. They're ready for more. They said these are ours. Here comes Wafflecopter in from behind. Stukov isolated alone with the Jaina. Never mind. He's going to walk on up. He's going to threaten the Varian, and that is going to be a steal over to ReGen Ghost. ReGen Ghost taunt on the Stukov right as it comes up and available. That's going to at least be the XP of the camp over to Ghost. It looks like they're going to walk out just fine and try to protect their other sappers. That is a bit of an XP lead for ReGen Ghost. They
really well played. They knew that they could do that in Vayne. They saw Jaina in mid, and so they moved in. Their camp clear is incredible with that Exterminator on the Rainer.
Yeah, and Divine looking kind of low there. Now, those mercenaries only worth on average about 90 XP each, so maybe all the effort not super worth it this early. But
I think they're just trying to press their advantage. They know they have a stronger team fight in the beginning. The side of ReGen Divine has a little bit of scaling to do.
absolutely. With look at those level 1 talents, there is that Lion's Maw, there's the Essence. Jaina goes down to the Sylvanas. Gigglesmack trying to press the Dahaka out away from the altar, but he's able to move in and interrupt the Sylvanas. Now he's by himself, 4v1, 1v5 now. Is he going to be able to walk away? There's a lot of pressure coming in, but here comes the Brightwing to help get that heal, get that little bit extra move speed, get out of there. And Dahaka says, nah, Trick, I'm back in. I'm the one who licks, yo. And,
Silent Shoe really on point with his cues to disrupt Jason from capping.
yeah, he does get a lot of those cues, though. It is Junkrat. He is, well, he is a trash rat, so. Just a reminder, there's not a whole lot of time left, but the prediction is up for game number 3.
Punt goes out on Sylvanas, and she does go down. Oh, tongue out on Mongoose. I think they're just going to disengage.
Yeah,
They're out
Mongoose
of
doesn't
mana.
have mana.
But, and he falls to a Junkrat Q.
Junkrat's so toxic.
He is. Take a look at these talents. Trap build on Junkrat. Race car. We've got Hyper Shift. Globes. Oh, reactive on Dookie. I don't know a lot about Stukov.
Reactive is the...
Is it the cooldown?
Yeah, it's arguably the better talent, but it's harder to use. They made it easier to use with his rework, and then they kind of fixed it a little bit. But it's definitely a higher skill ability than low blow is. Both very good. Reactive is overall stronger if you know how to use it properly.
I like how they're very patiently waiting. Oh, what a taunt by Bonkai. Let's see, does he get any of those Qs in? Oh, such a close
But see,
gauge.
here
Andrew's able to get out.
he's got the benefit of reactive up. He had full mana, although the altars are coming up, so it makes sense to reset. But like he could have stayed in and stayed around and been able to heal pretty well for his team there. But I understand him wanting to reset for this objective phase. He's already up at the altar before the rest of his team. Both teams almost level 10. And I don't think either one of them is going to try to get it first. Wafflecopter going to get the cap. Jason going to get the cap. And that's going to be the phase over. And let's see if they try to fight. But I don't think they should.
Yeah, and 10 going over to Divine first. We'll look to cut off this rotation here down between bot and mid. Riptire coming out. It's gonna get a little bit of damage on that mid tower. Looking for that taunt under here. Oh, there we go. But I still think he still goes down.
Really good taunt. Definitely able to tank through that tower, get that damage out. So we see Riptire shield wall. That's what it's called. Is that adaptation? No, that is isolation. Okay, isolation. Blink heal, Ring of Frost into Mind Control, Hyperion. The Closet, as we suspected, Flailing Swipe, and Cocoon. That bottom fort does go. ReGen Divine now holding the advantage here on this map and gonna look to try to hold that bottom fort. There's a taunt onto the Beetle. Taunt's on cooldown. Beetle didn't take much damage, but that Sapper camp secured for ReGen Divine. Altars are spawning in 20 seconds. Can Ghost get this fort down and clean up the lane in time?
Sylvanas coming out with the black arrows. It looks like they were able to chunk it down really quickly.
Yes, but they do still have to also get in position to contest. Leoric walking through, going up top. Looks like he's not even interested in going to this objective. Brightwing's up there. She's going to be able to Z down. And there is the rest of Divine here at this bottom altar. It is only one altar. I don't think Ghost cares at this point. Divine moving further ahead, 32 to 24 on the core health. Lion's Fang completed. And taking a fight under this fort. There's Flailing Swipe further into the Hyperion. The Ring of Frost came out. I didn't see anybody get rooted, but that is a Rainer being chased out by the Jaina.
Yeah, I think Mongoose got taunted and then Jaina laid down her Ring of Frost, but he was in the center of the ring. That you don't get rooted in the center.
Right. Looks like
Looking for an engage
a
on
missed isolation onto the Leoric. The drag's also gonna hit unstoppable. So Leoric's just gonna walk on out. Bottom fort taking a little bit of damage on the side of ReGen Divine, just a little bit from those minions that walked up. Altars are spawning. It is just the middle altar.
Junkrat setting up his traps down here.
Really good trap. Dispersal? What's the right word? Trap.
Placement?
Yeah. There is the bath, the bathtub onto.
Oh, the nasty closet. Oh, but Jaina in the back line taking out Rainer and getting her chill quest done at the same time.
Yeah, really great move onto the Dahaka. And the Brighton came in for the save, wasn't able to get the save on the Dahaka, but it cost him two. So really not worth. Here comes the silence onto the Varian. But Junkratting a Nubarag in the wrong direction. Nubarag's going to get taken out as well. That's going to be a 3-for-1. Really great start to the fight for Ghost. And Divine says, we're going to get bottom fort before we cap. We're going to get our extra shot in. And Brightwing's going to go ahead and just cap.
Yeah, they're almost all up again. I can understand wanting to play that safe. They can get this, and then they can walk in those pumpkins for extra points if they can do it in time.
Yeah, but again, with Ghost being up, that I'm not sure those get in, but it definitely distracts Ghost for a while, which is just as good, really. So Divine playing really well here, holding on to control of this map, going to be careful for one, just overall not being overly aggressive, taking the opportunities when they arise. Although, as I say that, Jaina flanks behind the tank. There's the dash and the taunt onto a Nubarag. He's going to burrow out of the Blizzard. Here comes the Riptire, going to get some spread, but not push anybody back into the fight. Another missed mind control. That's really hurting for Ghost right now. Nubarag getting popped out with that concussion mine is able to burrow back away, and 4 or 5 sappers look like they are actually going to make it in. There's 2.
Oh, look at that. Very aggressive Ring of Frost to zone them out. It worked well.
I think 3 got in. Because it was 24, then 20, so 17. Yeah, 3 sappers got in. Overall, really strong play there for ReGen Divine. ReGen goes looking to maybe double cap here.
Oh, and Arch Valley got a kill on the Leoric up here. Very nice. Right before objective.
ReGen Ghost, I think, has to be happy with just theirs now.
Claim to the altars. Do not disappoint me.
Another missed mind control. And Dahaka just rolling on in like he owns the place. He's gonna grab the Sylvanas.
Tongue.
There's the
Right
Blizzard. I
into
don't
the
think there's an
Blizzard.
E. And Sylvanas gets taken down by the Jaina. And this is gonna provide a great opportunity for ReGen Divine to push into this mid fort here and further stretch their advantage. Hyperion comes out to work on the clear, but Bankai going back in, gonna jump in, taunt on the Anubarak. Here comes the Riptire. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a shield breaker. No, there's not. It's a Juggernaut, not shield breaker on the variant. And Leoric is gonna spooky walk away. Arch Valley looking for an opportunity to just grab something out of the dead zone.
Wrap onto the variant in the back, but I think this is going to put him in a position to taunt someone.
Mind control just shy of hitting the Jaina. Variant again in the back, isn't able to get a. He does taunt, but it doesn't land very well for him. He's going to get taken out by that keep, which is very low, ready to fall over at any moment. And altars are spawning. Varian won't be up for this. This could be played well enough by ReGen Ghost to get both, but they have to predict what Divine is trying to do out of it, because Divine has that extra level. And if Divine stalls really at all, then Varian will be into the mix. I think expecting Varian to come up, the Ghost needs to just nice silence entomb with the with the Burrow charge, and that's exactly what ReGen Ghost needed to come back into it. That's gonna be another 2. That's gonna stagger out. Varian's about to come up. Dahaka says peace. Wow. Oh my goodness, I need that replay function so bad. But Ghost catching that. Divines though still in pretty good shape. They have room to play here. But Ghost getting that fort down before going back and capping. Not worried about the back cap. I think their next play is gonna be a look at Boss. Try to get that off the field so it doesn't stay a 1 ultra game. Dahaka going ahead and knocking over that ultra. I think honestly, that's not a great play by the Dahaka. There is the entomb. Look for the silence coming out. Up here in just a second. There's the burrow. There is the leeching. Dahaka dies, but that tower turning blue right after an objective phase means that it's gonna go red before the next objective phase. It's not really going to help them, I don't think. They're gonna try to defend this bottom keep. They might get there in time.
I think they do. They know that they're coming. They're outnumbered. They don't have their offlaner.
Mind control hits onto the Varian. The Ring of Frost did kind of land on the Anubarak though. Here is the Riptire continually getting knocked back by the level 20 Stukov. We've got Cannonball, Glory to the Alliance for the heals, Contagion for the AoE isolation, Invisible Friends, and Deep Chill for the level 20s on ReGen Divine. There's another Silence Entomb on the Junkrat. The Mental Mace being finished for Leoric. It looks like Varian might make it out though. Leoric looking a little bit low. He's going to get rooted by the Jaina. Posse Unstoppable. Spook walk away with just over 100 health. He's going to get back to the fort. Going to have a little bit of health left over. The E out of Sylvanas into the Will of the Forsaken to get away. And the shrines are, or the altars are coming up here in just a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. When it's one altar, it's altar spawns in. When it's multiple altars, it's altars activate in. So they do take that mid fort back. The bottom keep gets turned back over as well. Finishing up those level 20s. Oh, yeah, finishing up those level 20s.
Take the altars.
Will of the Banshee Queen. Will or might? Dark Lady's Call. That's what it is. Whatever Raynor does would give him some pepper at 20 to make it 3 instead of 4. Buried Alive for the Leoric. Controlled Chaos and Rewind. Been seeing a lot of rewinds out of tanks that can take it. Because it's just so good. Yeah, Anubarak all 3 games. 2 different teams. Taking Rewind.
I feel like it's super strong level 20 for Anubarak.
Oh, it's so good. Trader King has some arguments for it in select places. But again, I think that I think if you're not playing into heavy magic and you didn't go beetle level 20.
All right, they know that they're doing this. Boss, will they get there in time?
I don't think they do. I think that's going to get picked up, and Beetle's going to scout before burrowing in, which makes sense, but that's going to cost them the 4 points. There is a missed, leaky bathtub.
Yeah.
And
inappropriate closet.
Yeah.
Jane is zoned out by the Leo. Leo's trying to get back in there.
And there's a fight just below my screen. The Riptire getting knocked away by the Controlled Chaos, which also bumps Junkrat, which is going to interrupt the ability altogether. The Ring of Frost is going to catch the Rainer. The Variant trying to walk away, uses one of his invulnerabilities, is going to go down to the Rainer, though, and Sylvanas in aggressive position, going to try to bully her way in. The Mind Control comes out, but it misses. A lot of those Mind Control misses, but now it's on that shorter cooldown, so it's okay. Down 2, ReGen Divine not able to contest. They're 1 altar away from winning this game, and ReGen Ghost closing in on this Towers of Comebacks. It looks like they're gonna hold this altar for that bottom keep. The Brightwing is able to come through with the stasis onto the Jaina and get that heal out. The Cocoon on the Junkrat is going to be broken, but that's going to be a cap of the bottom keep. Now Jay's on the Sylvanas picking up this bottom altar. That's going to be 5 shots. It's going to make it 7-3.
This is the Towers of Comeback. I have to say that watching Andrew use his swipe every once in a while, this is such a funny ulti.
Yeah. Well, he's making really good use of it, keeping
Yeah,
that
he
Riptire.
is.
He's almost exclusively holding it for Riptire.
Except here in bot lane, where he was just swatting them out of the way, like, get out of this lane, this is our lane.
Oh, I missed that. It must have been while I was looking over at Sylvanas capping. There is, oh, he burrows it! That was a money Mind Control too. Here comes 3 more sappers. Can they get pushed in though? There's 1 Controlled Chaos. There's 2. Is that gonna be enough? This is Mind Control onto the Junker. He's gonna get caught. There is the Buried Alive into the burrow, and that's gonna be 2. Make it more, maybe Brightwing with the Invisible Friends to drop targeting. Here comes Hyperion. 1 of the sappers does make it through, making it 6-3. And the Mind Control comes out just too early for the Cocoon to be let go. Dahak is still gonna fall. Anyway, this is now 5v2. This is opportunity for a 6 cap. This is opportunity even to just 5 cap and win off of that with 1 altar. Altars are up in 25 seconds. That is not enough time for any of the Divine players to come up. Bonkai going in for a play, trying to make something happen onto the Stukov under tower, trying to make him draw aggro, but the Control Chaos pushes people out. That's going to be another tower down. ReGen Ghost 1 altar away from winning. Now with that altar, or with that tower falling, ReGen Divine does not win with just 1 altar. They are up. Rainer is going to cap, and that's going to be game number 3, going over to ReGen Ghost in Towers of Comeback fashion. 3-0. What a freaking game!
Wow.
This is why I'd
That's
rather
all I can
cast than
say.
play.
Wow. Amazing engages by the Leo. That last engage. Oh, I thought he was going to get all of them, but actually I think 1 person got out of that 3-man entomb.
I think someone did, but I think someone else died for those sins. I think it was Dahaga who died later.
Yeah, I think so too. He got wrapped and then just CC'd and died.
Absolute mayhem. Alright, let's I've been forgetting to use my summary screen. Here we go. Oh, but there's no dog over here anyway. Dogs, Darian, come here. Come here. Come on. Darian's like, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. Towers of Comebacks, man. Silver Arrow in the chat.
True. I've seen it before. It breaks my heart when I see a Leo doesn't take the 20 upgrade on.
Or doesn't take the level 10. I mean, March
Yeah.
isn't horrible. It's just so outclassed.
I mean, he had a Stukov to follow up with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything with those huge AoE damage, it's a pretty money playmaking potential.
Junkrat's really strong showing from the Junkrat. Just late game towers of comebacks.
Yeah, great siege damage. Ooh, a top damage Leo too.
Oh god, he went Mithril Mace though, didn't he? Yeah.
We'll double check. Yeah.
But the way that comp worked, like,
Also,
it
the
was very
percentage on
even
13.
damage across the board for. I mean, a little bit more spread out for Divine, because Varian and Dahaka just don't function that same way. But Raynor and Sylvanas being at just over 45k and Leoric at 52. Look, Jaina had a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But really strong play from both teams. I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was. But that means our region teams are growing, and I'm very happy to see that, especially being a region person myself. But overall, just a really fun match. And two, really strong play, really strong counterplay. I thought both teams did really well.
Yeah, amazing.
Which team picked that?
I thought you said Divine
Yeah,
picked it?
I think Divine did. Because it was first pick Stukov. Overall, we're going back on screen. Overall, really good. Same very basic fundamental play. Really good coordination with the Hanzo Diablo. Oh, let me see if Mongoose wants to web review. I mean, it's next. I don't know if he wants to or not. But the game 2 comeback from Divine looked really good, and then game 3 looked strongly in Divine's favor. It's towers of comebacks. The Leoric Stukov combination, and then coming in with the Anubarak underneath, just so much lockdown that came together post 20.
Yeah.
Alright, can you meet me in region lobby 1 or something? Alright, let's see. I think I see a coffee there now. Yeah, and I see me. A mongoose. We do have a mongoose. Hey, man.
Hey, friendos. Thanks for picking up the cast.
Yeah, way to bully our family around in a guest appearance.
That was hardly a bully.
Oh man, I know. That was so good to watch, so fun to
Frankly,
watch.
the only bully was what they did to us in game 2.
I don't know. The Dragonshire scene, they had really good engages, but if you looked at the map, it was really one-sided.
Yeah, I think we definitely, the kills were pretty close. Like we aced them at the end, but if you took out the ace, I think it was 8-8. But we definitely leveraged our opportunities into siege damage better than they did game 1 for sure.
Yeah, I think Dragonshire was Well, this third game was also really well played in general, but I think Dragonshire, like if you were to grab a game out of this set and be like, this is what Heroes of the Storm is, I think it was Dragonshire. Because while the structures were pretty imbalanced, they dictated most of the engages. They had the Hanzo arrows into the APOC, and y'all countered with the light bombs. It looked like a very clean, well played game that just ended up favoring one team over the other. But in those fights, I mean, just kind of consistently ended up favoring one team over the other. But the way it was played felt so fundamental. Whereas game 2, it did look like they just kind of bullied y'all around.
Yeah, they outdrafted us and outplayed us that game 2 pretty hard.
I like what. Hang on, let me look at the thing again. They picked Infernal Shrine, so you had first pick. I like what Divine did with the draft. They said, all right, you can have Rhaegar or Joanna.
Yeah.
Which is something I've been thinking about doing on my own, like when I have a say. And was that something that y'all talked about and y'all were like, all right, is it Rhaegar or Joanna? Have y'all was there a process there?
Now we generally when we're put into that situation, we've been picking Rhaegar, but we're still in off-season mode, so we'll iterate on that and see if we're put in that situation, if we're just going to ban them out anyway, or like we did in game 3 when they left both up, we banned one of them and forced them to ban the other one, right?
Right, because you had first pick again, right?
Correct. Yeah. So when they left both up, we banned one, and then their choice is give us the other or nobody gets any, and they chose that nobody gets any.
Right. But then that gives you, because I think Stukov and Dahaka are also prime picks
really
as
good.
well.
I actually kind of like where the meta, other than the Rhaegar and the Joe, I don't like it when there's just like hands down one or two heroes that are just at the top of the meta. But other than those two, I kind of like where the meta is at right now. There's a lot of heroes that are really impactful, and I prefer matches where I'm banning for the map and the comp and the player and the team, not because a hero is just really good. I would prefer to have 6 or 7 heroes we're looking at for bans because they're all viable and strong. So
right.
I'm hoping they tweak it whenever they get around to it and bring those two back more in line, and then the meta would be in a good spot. Frankly, I'd love for them just to nerf Rhaegar back into the ground because now everybody's playing him and it basically took Butcher out of our toolbox.
Yeah, well, so I was gonna ask, and Rhaegar was great just because he could press R and dictate engages. So I know it was a brief moment when you had Rhaegar and they did not have Joe and Brightwing. But when you had Rhaegar and they had not had Joe and Brightwing, was Butcher on the table?
And no, as soon as they pick Joe, Butcher's off the table. Joe's entire kit is basically like a giant middle finger to the Butcher player.
Yeah, but it's fun.
I mean, sure. We're not here to have fun, Taco.
You're not playing a video game to have fun?
No.
Oh.
We're super duper try hard over here, of course.
Yeah. So Coffee, anything for games 1 and 2?
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that you haven't already said. We were very sad when we didn't see the Butcher, but I completely understand that not into the Johanna.
Yeah, we're still learning as a team what things we like don't work into.
Well, in our experience with the Butcher, we basically don't take him unless we're 100% sure we can take him. So if there's any doubt, and the other thing that we found was when we were really pounding the Butcher into the ground, and we were really clean with him, multiple disengages were a big thumbs down. Once they could push us back twice, it turned. We didn't do it anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. And y'all kind of turned the tables on them with that Stukov in game 3.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was the Stukov necessarily. We said about halfway through that game when we were talking, because they were really, like, they had so much threat into what they were doing, we just really couldn't step up. It was a very fine margin for error. And about halfway through that game, we were talking. It was like, you know what? This might be a wait for Silence and Tomb 20 kind of game. And that's kind of what happened. Aaron hit like 2 big Silence Entombed, and flippity floppity, the game's different.
Yeah, and there were a couple really good entombs that ended up turning out poorly for the team overall, just the way the fights panned out. But they were good entombs. There was a really good one at the end of Dragonshire that it looked like kind of solidified the game, and then there at the end here on Towers of Doom. Since we are here on Towers of Doom now, Coffee, did you have anything for that before I say everything again?
No, I think that level 20 engage was really what sealed the deal. I think I said that during the cast too. Once I saw that Entomb, I was like, this is it.
Yeah, they're doing you're doing a pretty good job with that Leoric about getting him in the right spot to catch people, and the communication is great, right? Because Stukov has to have that E ready to go underneath, the burrow from Anubret coming up on top of it, then just laying down that damage. So you recognize that it was a wait for 20, not a, well, we're probably screwed.
Not initially, but about midway through that we were talking like that.
Okay. Before I let you go, back to that game 1, where it looked like Divine was playing fantastically well into you guys. The Arrow, the APOC, just the setups in general. What was going on with you guys into as far as figuring out how to deal with it, being able to turn around and deal with it?
It was really about positioning, but also more than anything else, it was knowing where Diablo was. Diablo was really the kind of straw that stirred the drink, as it were. So knowing where Diablo was, dismounting him if possible, not letting him charge in, was a big part of doing that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But he can follow up that arrow without being seen, right?
Well, he can, but the APOC in of itself wasn't problematic. It was the APOC combined with him holding everybody down.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He did have a lot of good flips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of
and
good.
And a stacked
good
Diablo is just a menace when he's in up in everything.
Yeah. Well, overall, congratulations. We're coming up here on the NGS season, so if you want to practice your shoutouts and stuff too, go for it, man. Well, actually, first, Coffee, did you have anything else?
Nope, that was it. Yeah, let's hear the shoutouts. Mongoose?
Shoutouts first and foremost, always to NGS spouses, best spouses ever.
Yeah.
I can only play video games because my wife graciously watches the chillins in the other rooms.
God, we're on the same team, though. I don't know how that's
yeah, that
work
makes it harder. People are like, Mongoose, don't you want your wife to play video games too? And I'm like, no. No, I don't. And all our ReGen friends, of course.
All right.
That's pretty much it. And thanks for the cast, as always. Look forward to watching it in a bit.
Yeah. We'll see.
Thanks for having me, Taco.
Of course.
That was fun.
Coffee, thanks for coming. Mongoose, we'll see what's available and actually watchable for you. You know how my casts go.
Hey, you know what? The more adventure, the more fun, right?
Coffee, thank you so much for joining us. Mongoose, congratulations on your win. I know that your team is anxiously waiting for you to get back in comms so they can dump Gatorade on you or whatever.
So we can lose more in ARAM, yep.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I can't win Heroes of the Storm right now. ARAM, it's like, hey, here's an Anubrak on the other team, but your only tank option was Gazlo, or
yep, that's what we have right now. Our comp is currently 3 healers and two damage dealers.
Nice. And it thinks one of them is a tank, right?
Well, I'm playing Lily tank.
Oh, well no, it gave me Gazlo as our warrior option. It was stupid. And
yeah,
then QM's like, hey, oh, you're playing these heroes? Here's all the counters. Like, no.
It's the cursed Taco.
And then Storm League is people just crapping on each other on the same team. So,
Oh yeah, well that's why we play in a 5-stack, so we can crap on each other.
Heroes is in a healthy place right All right, Mongoose, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and
right,
enjoy
guys.
Lily Tank.
Good night, friends.
Good night, man.
Good night.
Coffee again. Once again, thank you so much. If I call you back, I can throw us back on screen and make it look better.
There we go. Did it fix it?
Yeah, I think I also did a thing, so that's interesting.
You did a thing. What's the thing?
Stuff.
Can't see the thing yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I know how to see if I did the thing. But. Oh. Oh, good. Okay. Anyway. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me and cast some video games. Where can people find you?
Oh, you just find me around the Nexus, obviously. But I think I gave you my Instagram. This is a coffee with Self, right?
That's your Here, let me jump up to the
I
bigger us.
think it is.
The Coffee with Sil should be the Instagram.
Yep.
You can find her in Discord somewhere.
I'm around.
In the Fortnites. Oh, Coffee! I got a new emote. It's a group emote now.
What?
Yes, I'll show you right after we're done.
Okay, sounds good.
But overall, you know, that's been Heroes of the Storm. That's been NexoMania, ReGen Divine versus ReGen Ghost. That's been Taco and Coffee. You can find me at the Little Taco on Twitter. You can also find at Darian Mo Snacks or at Mo_snacks. I don't know. Hang on, let me find it because I need to post on it more anyway. But for Darian, it's where I'm putting most of the pet pictures now.
It's a super cute account. People should definitely check it out.
Even though I haven't posted in a while, it's where most of the pet pictures go, at Mo_snacks. But yeah, at the Little Taco I didn't do it tonight because it was kind of a last minute thing, but when I'm casting, when I'm streaming, whatever, I'll post there, and check out at ReGen Hots for most things ReGen. And with that, everybody, thank you so much. We're gonna give some more ReGen. We're gonna give some ReGen cast lights, and we'll be out of here. Thank you so much, and have a great night.
All right, good night.
Jotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down, yo, on the Greyman, give me the first fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
Malila and Nudes in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit, while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruby's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bloodlust on the backside, but the duo gets under and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greyman.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.